Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
A Franklin County man says he was forced to help burglarize a home.
A Morgan County man has created a very interesting way to try and sell his home, and you could get it for a huge markdown.
Also on WKYT This Morning, the latest WKYT Herald Leader Bluegrass poll shows just how close next month's Senate race could be. Those stories and more, breaking news as it happens, coming up on WKYT This Morning. Good morning and welcome. It's good to have you with us as we start off this Tuesday. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Thanks so much for being here. For the first track on the weather, let's turn to meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, we're looking outside. I just don't see much going on this morning. It's pretty calm, pretty quiet. And we're looking outside on First Alert Defender Live Radar. Only a couple of sprinkles to the far eastern zones. And look, today, that's going to be the case. Only a slight chance of rain today. And that's for those far eastern counties. Places like maybe Morgan County, Elliott County, and work your way off into the border counties of West Virginia and Virginia. Temperatures are in the 40s and 50s this morning. It's on the cool side, but it's not all that chilly. It's not like what we saw yesterday morning. Today's forecast right around 56. It'll be much cooler out there for today as those winds continue to funnel in from the north and northwest. Only a slight chance of rain, and like I said, it's for the far eastern counties. Other than that, we should be good to go. Next couple of days still look cool, but we have good news for the weekend, and I'll show you that coming up.
All right, Micah, thank you. Let's get to the news.
New this morning, Lexington police are investigating an armed robbery near UK's campus.
It happened at about 2:15 this morning near Scott Street. UK police sent out an alert at about 3 o'clock saying that two men in black hoodies armed with handguns robbed a victim and then escaped in a black four-door box-style sedan. UK then released the alert about a half hour later. Investigators had a limited description of the two suspects. Police say the gunman forced the victim to the ground and stole from her backpack.
Police haven't made any arrests in that robbery, so they're obviously still trying to go through and figure out exactly who's responsible. Well, they hope a tragic death could end up saving other lives. Last night, friends of a Pulaski County murder victim and others in the community gathered to honor her.
Monica Wells was killed last week, and police have charged her boyfriend with murder in the case. Family members said Wells was also a victim of domestic violence. And her friends hope a vigil will also help those in abusive relationships. WKYT's Jordan Valines has more.
Last week, the body of a 34-year-old Monica Wells was found in a sinkhole, badly beaten, and police believe that her boyfriend is responsible for her murder. On Monday night, the community came together to not only reflect on Monica's life, but also the issue of domestic violence.
I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight for the vigil for Monica Wells.
Volunteers with the Bethany House Abuse Shelter organized the gathering.
Yeah, you guys come on in. Everybody come on in.
In order to stress that while domestic violence touches many lives,
October 1st, 2013 is a day that I will never forget, a day that I survived.
it also takes others.
October 15th, 2014 is a day I'll never forget because my friend didn't.
Even the stars, they burn.
The harsh reality of how Monica Wells died has left the community with heavy hearts.
No mother should plan their daughter's funeral instead of her birthday party.
But it's also encouraged friends of Wells to speak up and pass along an important, potentially life-saving message.
Love should not hurt, and it definitely should not kill.
This Friday, a balloon release will take place here at Town Square in order to celebrate Monica's birthday. In Pulaski County, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
Monica Wells' boyfriend, Johnny Hendricks, pleaded not guilty in the case. He is expected to appear in court on Wednesday. The search continues for an assault suspect who police say escaped from house arrest in Laurel County. Terry Mullins has not been seen since Friday. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office says deputies found his ankle bracelet in Corbin on Saturday. They think he could be in Ohio. Last month, deputies say Mullins hit 17-year-old R.J. Warren with a van and drove off. They later arrested Mullins. They say he was driving drunk at the time.
A Madison County couple faces charges this morning after police said they took a child's punishment a little too far. Police arrested Julio Valadares and Linda of Richmond. Both have been charged with criminal abuse. Police say the couple forced Valadares' 6-year-old daughter to sit in a chair for several hours a day, and they limited how much food she could have, according to police. They say it was a punishment for accidental bedwetting. Neighbors tell us they can't believe the charges.
God forgive me, but I would have never in a million years thought that Linda. Never.
Valadares? Police say someone took the child to the hospital with medical issues, and social services started to investigate, which led to those arrests. Police call it a crazy situation. They say a man claimed he was forced to help with a burglary. Frankfort police say the man came to Frankfort with 2 men he knew. At one point, he asked to go back home after finding out his child was sick. The man claims the 2 people with him pointed a gun at him and told him he wasn't leaving. Police say the man claimed he was forced to go to the Prince Hall Village apartments and help with the burglary there. After that burglary, the man says he was let go.
One of the other people that was holding him hostage then took him to a neighborhood in Frankfort just off of East Main Street and put him out of the car.
Frankfort police later arrested Casey Endicott and Thomas Wins, charging them with a murder. Burglary, not murder, burglary. They say more charges could follow.
Well, the newly released Bluegrass poll shows the U.S. Senate race in Kentucky is a near dead heat. Incumbent Senator Mitch McConnell now leads in the poll with 44%, with challenger Allison Lundergan Grimes 1 point back at 43%. Libertarian David Patterson is a distant third. Just 2 weeks ago, Grimes had a 2-point advantage in the poll. The poll also shows Senator McConnell with a 1-point lead among women. Last week, 800 people were surveyed for that poll. The candidates in the 6th District congressional race debated some of the issues last night. Incumbent Congressman Andy Barr and challenger Elizabeth Jensen met for a debate on KET's Kentucky Tonight. The Affordable Care Act was one of the topics the candidates discussed. Barr wants it replaced with a bipartisan solution, but Jensen says it's already helping many Kentuckians.
This has been a total disaster. It's killing jobs, it's reducing hours, it's making life harder, and it's not helping to solve our problems with health care in terms of cost.
It's going to be an economic driver. We are going to have a much healthier workforce. Parents are not going to be staying home because they have to take care of their kids who are home because they're sick. There's going to be a lot more opportunity for health care.
Different perspectives. Barr and Jensen will debate again Monday night at 7. That will be at the EKU Center for the Arts, and you'll be able to watch that one live on the CW Lexington.
Well, an eastern Kentucky man has decided it's time for his family to move to Florida, and he's come up with an unusual way to sell their home in Morgan County. WKYT's Sam Smith tells us how this man wants to use Facebook and a raffle to make a sale.
For $10, this home could be yours.
A half bath here.
Todd Lambert is selling his house. He's been trying to do it for 2 years, but without any luck. He's trying to do it online.
And I got thinking, what would be the best way to sell the house?
He wants to sell his house through a raffle. So a week ago, Lambert started a Facebook group called Raffle a House.
And I think it just popped into my head. I said, why don't we just raffle a house off?
Lambert has an attorney checking in on the legality of raffling off a home. Once he gets the okay, the raffle will start. $10 gets you one try to win the house, but there's no limit on the number of attempts. The tentative goal for Lambert and his wife, $150,000. But there is some wiggle room with that figure. They just want enough money for a down payment on a new place.
At the point where we got the sell point, we just go ahead and we would get my lawyer, we would all get together, we'd pull the name out and call a winner.
The Lamberts are trying to move to Florida as soon as they can.
We're much more comfortable in the warm climate than we are here. Wintertime kills the arthritis in our back and our legs.
This home is the only thing keeping them in Morgan County. They hope to sell it, possibly to someone that couldn't afford a home.
It helps them and it helps us. So I thought if we can go ahead and raffle a house off, why not give it a shot?
In West Liberty, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Hey, why not? If you want to learn more about the raffle or try your luck, we have information how you can do that, WKYT.com. Well, with October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, WKYT is once again teaming up with St. Elizabeth Healthcare to provide breast screenings. There's still time for you to get screened. The mobile mammography van will be here at WKYT this morning from 9:30 until 6:30. Right now, there are appointment times between 11:30 and 4. To make your appointment, call the number on your screen. Private insurance will be billed. If you are uninsured, we've got you covered. We have a generous grant that we were awarded from Susan G. Komen Lexington.
All right, it's a terrific opportunity for people today. Our time this morning is 4:40. It's 20 before 5. WKYT this morning on the air with all the latest news on your Tuesday.
And speaking of breast cancer, it isn't a disease that only affects women. Men are diagnosed as well. Moms Every Day introduces us to a male breast cancer survivor after the break.
We see some 40s and 50s outside as we head toward the afternoon. That's not going to change that much. Cooler air kind of filters on in. Sticks around for a while, too. I'll show you those numbers coming up.